Hello everyone, today we are going to convert Randy's mountain bike to an e-bike just like this one. It's an e-mountain bike equipped with a Tongsheng TSDZ2 mid-drive motor, a 12.5 amp-hour battery with around 45-mile range on a single charge, a speed throttle, and a wired remote for quick access to the VLCD5 display. As you pedal, the motor provides extra assist depending on the 4 levels: Eco, Tour, Speed, and Turbo for that maximum assistance level on steeper hills. Alright. And there's the motor. Oh, of course, the instruction. The first thing we're going to do is break the chain because we need to free up the front derailleur. The next thing we're going to do is remove the front derailleur. We're not going to use that anymore because the motor is a single sprocket. Now we're taking off the pedal. On the non-drive side, it's righty-loosey. Turn right clockwise to loosen it, not lefty-loosey. And on the drive side, it's lefty-loosey. Then we remove the crank. This one is lefty-loosey on the non-drive side. It's kind of strange. And the crank is coming off. That's it. Let's do it on the other side. There you go. We got the crank off. Now it's time to remove the cartridge from the bottom bracket. So this one, we're removing this nut from the bottom bracket. It's been difficult. I had the same issue with my bike. And this is righty-loosey on the drive side. It's a lot of treads. There we go. Very tight fit, this one. There we go. Then next up is this black bracket. Just like that. And then we install that one just like that. Also just good snug but not too tight because we're going to make some finishing adjustments later on. Next we install this bracket here that prevents the motor from going forward and back, but we need clearance, so good thing we did not tighten the screws yet so we could move the motor forward so we could accommodate for the space for the bracket. At this point we are ready to tighten all of the screws. Then after we tighten all of the screws, it's time to install the crank on both sides. Now it's time to reinstall the pedals. And remember, this one on the non-drive side, it's lefty-tighty. Lefty-tighty. And then we just repeat it on the other side. This one is righty-tighty. So we're going to upgrade the grips, and we're removing the grips. We're also going to upgrade the rear derailleur from a grip shifter to a trigger shifter. We're not going to need the front derailleur. We're going to remove that. And the brakes. We're going to remove the original brakes so we could install the e-brakes. This is the remote control for the LCD display. It's got buttons for plus, minus, information, and the power. Next we install the e-brake. The e-brake is equipped with a magnet sensor which when activated it will cut power to the motor so you're not braking and applying assistance to the motor. And this one is a throttle. This is the Shimano 7-speed trigger shifter. Burrito. Now we're going to install the brake cable for the front tire. We'll need to adjust the disc brake calipers. Next up we install the brakes for the rear. And next up we're going to install the battery mount. We're using the original screws from the accessory on the down tube, the accessory screws. And we're going to mount the battery on the battery mount. This is a 12.5 amp hour battery, 48 volt. Looks perfect. And let's see what the clearance is on the tube there. It's perfect. Good. We're installing the controller, the LCD controller. This is the VLCD 5 8-pin. Okay. Perfect. We're installing the speed sensor. We're going to remove these rubber covers on these terminals because that's where the e-brake levers and the throttle will plug into. Yeah, cable management sometimes can be time consuming. Throttle goes in the middle. There you go. Whoa. Okay, so we're going to install the grips. They're comfortable. Alright. Yeah. So here's a trick. To get these on and slip them easily, we apply hand sanitizer on the bar and inside, just like that. Here we go. See how easy it went in?
That's gonna be really sticky once they get on there.
And there it is, the Mongoose number 2 e-bike, Mongoose number 1 e-bike. Both are e-bike conversions. Ready to turn it on for the very first time?
Second time? I mean, first time?
First time, here you go. There it is.
Ta-da!
You've got 4 different levels on the controls.
3, 4.
There you go. That's the 4 different levels of assist. As you pedal, it will provide pedal assist thanks to the motor and the battery. Here you go. Going uphill, huh? Wait for me. I already have 33 miles on mine, and Randy's got 0 mile. Look at him having fun. So here we are, going up this hill. It's about an 1/8 of a mile, or maybe a 1/4 of a mile uphill. And we're on assist number 4, right here. With an e-bike, you can arrive at your destination much faster, and you won't be as tired as you would have been on a regular bike. If the destination is down the hill, you won't have to dread the ride back going uphill. You will still have to pedal, but the motor will give you pedal assist. We're still going uphill. Here you get an idea how steep this hill is. We're almost at the top of the hill. We're still not tired. We picked the mid-drive system instead of the cheaper hub drive motor option. Mid-drive motors provide better power and torque to handle elevation gain. We live in a neighborhood with lots of hills, and just 3 miles down the road is Mission Trails, which offers several hiking and mountain biking trails. You like new e-bike? That's great.